Hello, good morning everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I think everybody have joined. 31 participants are there. How, this is section B, 4B. Four B. Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, 4B. Don't give me your roll numbers here in the chat box. I'll take the attendance at the end of the class. So don't give your attendance here in chat box. This is from section B starts from which roll number?
Ma'am, 59.
59. Subhojati.
Yes, ma'am.
Your name is not here. Sorry, your roll number is not here. 59. 2019-059. Okay. I hope everybody have joined till now. I think we'll wait for 3 more minutes and then I'll lock the meeting and then we'll start the class. Okay.
Amen.
Okay. So this is your material testing class. We have already done some of the experiments in the lab, whichever we could. Hello, am I audible, right?
Yes,
Hello?
ma'am.
Okay. So this is your material testing class, material testing and evaluation, PCC CE 207. Okay. We will be discussing about the subject today. The first my screen visible. Is my screen visible to you all? Is the screen visible to you all? Am I sharing my screen with you all? Is it visible? PPT? Am I audible? Am I audible? Hello. Now? Hello. Okay, then let's. Hello, now am I audible? Am I audible now? Please don't give your roll numbers now. I'll take the attendance at the end. Don't give chat box. Hello. 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 Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Okay, I'll share my
Now you are
screen
audible.
now. Just yeah, I'll share my screen now. Just see me whether you can see the screen or not, okay? Yeah, is my screen visible to you all? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Huh? No, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Right now it's clear, ma'am.
It's visible?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yeah, now
Ma'am.
it's visible.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. So, this is your first class for your material testing and evaluation. The subject code is PCC CE207. Okay, and I myself am Nabin Tadamari. Okay, I think we have already met in the labs. Okay, so let me. Okay, so this is a material testing. Okay, first of all, this is your syllabus. Okay, there will be 5 modules. Module 1, module 2, module 3, 4, 5. Okay, in the first module we are going to talk about the different materials like the cement.
Your voice is not clear.
Hello, not clear.
Yes, ma'am. Your voice is not clear.
Mm, wait, let me try then again. Wait, hold on. Oh, so much trouble. Now is it clear? My voice? Hello? 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 I audible? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, am I audible to you all? Hello, I'll start the class. Is it okay, Nabam Larson? Now, am I audible? Ma'am, your voice is too low. Hello, now is it okay? Hello, now is it okay? My voice, am I clear? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
let me
ma'am.
share my screen then fast. We have already wasted time so much. So, where we were? Yeah. So, this is your, this thing, this is your syllabus, okay? The module on 5 modules will be there. In the first module, we are going to talk about this materials, cements and concrete. So these are different materials we are going to talk in the first module. In the second module, we are going to talk how they behave, like their behavior, mechanical behavior, mechanism, etc. Okay. Then next we are going to talk about the background discussion of the fractures. Okay. In the module 4, we'll talk about the laboratory for mechanical testings, what are those, and then different testings. In the fifth module, we are going to talk about the different tests for sand, for bricks, etc. Okay. So, wait, somebody is there in the lobby. Okay. So, in the introduction, since we know that in the first chapter, I have already said you that what in your first module we are going to discuss about different materials which are used for construction, right? So, in the first module, since we are going to discuss about different materials, so where is this thing? Why it's not coming? Yeah. So different materials like cement, where we will be talking firstly about cements, then emulsion, concrete, ceramics and refractories, bitumen and asphaltic materials, timbers, glass, plastics, structural steel and other metals. Okay. Then we are going to talk also about paints, varnishes, acoustical materials and geotextiles. Okay. In the first chapter, materials, and first material which we are going to talk about is what? Your cement. Okay. So let me remove this. So this is your uh, cement. You already know, being a civil engineer, you know about cement, but we'll go in depth. Like, what is a cement? Cement is a binding material, you already know from your labs also, which makes a bond between aggregates and reinforcing materials between your steel and your this thing other materials, the mortar. Okay, so with the development, what is happening, the technology, with the development of technology, your quality and the types of cements have also developed. There are different types of cements, grades of cement, different types of cements. Okay, so basically this cements are divided into different types, okay, for different construction works, because since there is not only one cement, okay, there are many different types of cements which are made for different purposes, like for different types of construction. Okay, so next, if we talk about cement, what are the different, okay, so what are different types of cement? If we talk about different types of cement, there are OPC cement, which you know, the most regular one, ordinary Portland cement. We have Portland Pozzolana cements, PPC. These terms you'll always come across, okay, because since you'll be dealing with cement, concrete,
reinforcements in your civil engineering. So you will have to know these things, like what are different types of cement. These are basics of your you should know the types of cement. Okay, so OPC, PPC, Portland Pozzolana cement. Then we have your rapid hardening cement, we have quick setting cement, we have low heat cement, we have sulfates resisting cement, we have high aluminum cement, white cement, colored cement, air entraining cement. Okay, so expansive cement, this one should be here. Okay, this one is for this 11 number. Expansive cement, hydrophobic cements. Okay, now we'll talk about this first one, the ordinary Portland cement. Types of cement. In types of cement, we are going to talk now. We are going to discuss all these types of cements. Okay, so the first being the ordinary Portland cement. Why participants are so late in their messaging now? Okay, so the first one is your ordinary Portland cement. So here, what is your ordinary Portland cement, which is also known as OPC? It is the most this cement now, the ordinary Portland cement is the most usual one, which is used in all types of construction, usual all different like normal construction works which you use that. This cement is always used. Okay, so like for your these things also, for experiment purpose also, if you're using this you can use. Okay, and what is the composition of this OPC? Argillaceous, these are argillaceous or silicates of alumina. Okay, that means clay and shell. And also calcareous or calcium carbonate is present in this OPC. It is the most used in ordinary and all usual construction works. Okay, OPC. And where they are used, if you see, they are used in general construction purpose, already I have mentioned. And also it is also used in most of the masonry works, like with the bricks, when you come, when you join two bricks together with the help of cement, which is used, the mortar which you're using, mixing with cement, your sand, water. So those is what are your OPCs. Okay, which are basic, used for basic construction purposes, normal construction purposes. Okay, so this masonry works, OPCs are used. Then we have our Portland Pozzolana cement, which is your PPC. Okay, you will come across like PPC. PPC means what? Portland Pozzolana cement, and these are pozzolanas. Okay, so pozzolanas are what are pozzolanas? Pozzolanas are your natural or synthetic materials that contain what? Silica. Okay, this is the most reactive one, which is reacting. Silica is present in your Portland Pozzolana cement, and this is the reason of reaction. Silica reacts. Okay, silica in reactive forms. Okay, which is present in your pozzolanas. It reacts with calcium hydroxide. Silica reacts with what? With your calcium hydroxide generated by hydrating cement. And when your cement hydrates, when you mix water to it, it will hydrate, and that time what will happen? Okay, when the cement is mixed with water, it will hydrate, and then it will generate your this calcium, this one, your calcium hydroxide. Okay, and this calcium hydroxide is reacted with what? This silica. Okay, and after reaction only what happens? Your additional cementitious material, it behaves like a additional cementitious material when it is finally divided. Okay, the composition of this Portland Pozzolana cement is what? OPC clinkers. So their gypsum is there. Pozzolanic materials like fly ash. It can be fly ash, volcanic ash, and calcium clay or silica fumes. Okay, these are used to form your this Pozzolana cement, Portland Pozzolana cement. Okay. Okay. So next, if we see, this was your PPC. The third one was what? Oh, sorry. Before going to the third one, we will see where are these PPCs used. The Portland Pozzolana cements. Where are these Portland Pozzolana cements used? These are used in like dams, etc. The hydraulic structures are there. Na? PPC is generally used in what? Hydraulic structures. Okay, marine structures, which are basically in water. Okay, construction near the seashore, dam construction, etc. Okay. PPC is used in hydraulic structures, all marine structures where water is related. Okay, so it is also used in pre-stress and post-tension concrete members. Now, do you know what is pre-stressed and post-tensioned concrete members? Anyone who knows what is pre-stress or post-tension members, concrete members? You don't know? Let me check the chat. Sanjay. Okay, let me tell you what is pre-stress and post-tension. Okay, pre-stress means what, you know? Suppose, okay. Suppose here this is your beam. One beam is there. Okay, so pre-stressed means what? See, generally what happens, this is a beam. When your load will fall on the beam, what is going to happen? Stresses are going to develop here, right? Different stresses are going to develop here in the inside the beams, right? So due to this load, the stresses are developed here in this beam, and then that means what? Stresses are happening. That means a time will come when it is unable to carry those stresses and it will fail, right? But what is your pre-stressed and post-tension concrete members? This is your normal. This is your normal concrete members. Okay, but what is your pre-stress? In pre-stressing, what we do is, suppose this is a beam. Before any load, before this kind of load is applied here in this beam number 2, okay, in this beam number 2, before any load is applied, what happens? We are developing the, sorry, this should be like this, compressive forces. Okay, before any load is applied to this beam number 2, we already develop stresses inside the beam. Okay, so that when this you have stresses here developed, what happens? This, when after the stresses are developed inside the beam, and when after that you have some external loads applied, what is happening? These external loads are going to be compensated by already developed stresses here. Already these stresses are developed inside the beam. This is going to take this load. They are going to resist this load. This is your load, which is external load, and this is the load which is your internal load, which that is the internal stress which you have developed. And how you develop this stress? Since this is, see here in beam number 2 here, stresses are developed before this external load is applied, right? So it is named as what? Your pre-stressed. Okay, pre-stressed. Okay, pre-stress means developing the stresses here at the very beginning before any external load is applied, so that these stresses which are inside, right, these stresses which are inside the beam, they are going to resist these external loads. Okay, they're going to compensate these loads. And as soon as, because already the stresses are developed from the bottom of this beam, that means inside the beam, so they are pushing, they are trying to manage your this upward, this downward external loads which are coming. Okay, and after compensating, if any external load is left which this internal stresses cannot resist, then those loads are acting here in your this beam. Okay, this is known as your pre-stress. And what is post-tension? What you mean by post-tension? There are actually, how you create these stresses, how you develop these stresses inside the beam. Okay, this is your beam, and you know what is pre-stress now? Pre-stress means what? Developing the stresses on the beam before any external load is applied, right? But the question is how you are going to develop these stresses inside the concrete, the beam. Okay, or any kind of members which you want to be pre-stressed. Okay, it can be column, it can be beam, it can be anything. Okay, so you know now what is pre-stress. Pre-stress means you're developing the stresses inside a member before any external load is applied. But what is post-tension now? The question arises that these stresses which are you have already developed here inside your this beam, I'm talking about this one. So these stresses, how you're going to develop these stresses? We already knew from the uh, normal scenario that what? When external load is applied, then stresses are developed here. Stresses are developed here in the inside the member, inside the beam or column, whatever you see. But in this number 2, beam number 2, what is happening? Stresses are already developed inside. So how these stresses are developed? There are two methods, pre-tensioning and post-tensioning. What we do is, this is your member. Okay, our meeting is going to end. This is your member, beam number 3. Beam number 3, right? So what we do, we pull this beam. That means inside the beam there are tendons. Generally we use reinforcements, right? But here we are using tendons. In the pre-tensioning we are using tendons, and these tendons are wire kind of thing, the large wires which you will be pulling. Once you pull them, they are under tension. Your tendons, these inside the reinforcements like cables, tendons are under tension. And once you leave this, since you have pulled, there are tension now in this tendons. Now when you leave this tendons, what is going to happen? When you release this tendons, what is going to happen? This tendon is going to come back to its original shape, and then it is going to be compressed. Once this tendon is left, okay, what happens? Your compression is developed here. This is nothing but the stresses are developed here. Okay, so going back to our, there are two types, pre-tensioning and post-tension, that we'll talk about later. Okay, so what is happening? As it gives the next point is, as it gives a better surface finish, it is used in decorative and art structures. Okay, pre-tensioning and post-tensioning, you know, pre-stressed, you have seen maybe some of the members like beam and columns are prepared already, and then they are brought to the side. Those are your pre-stressed. Okay, pre-stressed members. Okay, it is also used in the manufacture of precast sewage pipes. Yeah, all precast things, like pre means before you go to the site, already your member is prepared and then it is brought to the site, whether it be beam, column, or any kind of member. So these PPCs are also used in your this kind of members, or this kind of pre-tension, pre-stress, this kind of members. Okay, so since we have no time now, so next class we are going to do from the rapid hardening cement. Okay, so let me take your attendance now. Okay, this is from roll number 56 Dhrubajati, roll number 59 60
Present, ma'am.
60
Ma'am,
61
59 present, ma'am. 59 present.
59 present, 60 61 62 64 67
Present, ma'am. 64
64.
present.
Okay, 67 68 69 70
Present, ma'am.
70 71.
Present, ma'am.
Tripura
71. Yeah.
72.
Present, ma'am.
Achumi
Yes, ma'am.
73 73
Present, ma'am.
74 75 76
Present, ma'am.
77
76. Present, ma'am.
78 79 80 81
Present, ma'am.
82 83 84
Present, ma'am.
84 present,
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, 83 present.
83 present, 85
Present, ma'am.
86 87 88 89
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
89 present, 90 91
Present,
92
ma'am.
91
Present,
present,
ma'am.
92
Present, ma'am.
93 94.
93 present, ma'am.
Okay, 94 95
Present, ma'am.
96.
95 present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
95
Okay,
present, ma'am.
okay,
Hello.
95 present, 96 present, 97
Present, ma'am.
98 99 100.
Present, ma'am.
100 is present, 101
97 is present, ma'am.
Huh?
97 present.
Roll number?
97.
97. Yeah, present I have given. 101, 110, 104, 111, 112,
Yes, ma'am.
111
Present, ma'am.
present. Yeah, 112
112 present.
present, 113